Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another video. This one covering 7-inch vinyl singles in my collection, and there might be one or two EPs thrown into the mix. In a previous video I showed a song from the film Xanadu, sung by Olivia Newton-John. This is on MCA Records. It is a song from the same soundtrack, as I believe I have mentioned, or I mentioned in the first video. The soundtrack album performed a lot better than the film did. Now, most record labels would designate the different sides as either side A or side B or side 1 and side 2, and occasionally side A and side AA. But on other occasions they didn't designate it at all. But there is a way to tell which is the A side, and that's to look at the catalog reference number. The number on the top is the reference number for the single itself, and the number below that is for the side. The number for this side is MC10311, on this side MC10312. Therefore, I conclude this is side 1, the Electric Light Orchestra, I'm Alive. And Drum Dreams. Okay, this is on the Velvet label. This is a replacement sleeve, it's not the original. But generally, if I get an original sleeve and the record is immaculate, I will go ahead and toss the sleeve and I will get a new sleeve. This one's a heavy duty sleeve, and I'll use it. This is a release from 1978 from Puerto Rico. I'm not going to try and pronounce anything. That is side A, side B, okay, on the Elektra label. I can already tell by looking at the color scheme that zooming into it or pushing it into the camera, you won't be able to see anything. This is from 1988. Tracy Chapman, talking about a revolution. Side A. Or they say side 1, spelled out O-N-E. And then the other side is, if not now, ... Okay. What we have next. This is on the Little David label. And I'm thinking this is a fairly early release, single-wise, for Little David. It's taken from one of their albums. Well, I was thinking about a different single. This is single LD736. It's marked both promotion copy, not for sale, and edited for airplay. It is from 1977. George Carlin. Headlines, Part 1. And then you guessed it, the flip side is Headlines, Part 2. When I bought this, it had never been played. By the way, I have a lot of comic books coming, including a lot of comic books from England. I have decided to start collecting comic books from around the world. It's something that I have been planning off and on for years, and just never got around to doing it. This is from Collectibles, so it is a reissue. And it is pressed on clear vinyl. This is released 3981. The medallions, the telegram. I think the black label goes nicely with the clear vinyl. And then Coupe de Ville Baby on the flip side. This is on the Arista label. The sleeve is not original and the label is rather faded, but it plays just fine, thank you very much. This must be a fairly early release for Arista. AS1030. Ray Parker Jr. from 1982. Okay, this catalog reference number has -SA, so I bet this side says SB. It does. Okay, this is Ray Parker Jr., Bad Boy. And the flip side has Let's Get Off. Okay, this is on the Arista label. It has an original Arista sleeve. I bought this one. It had 0 plays on it, but it has a hole punch where your label is. Okay, this is release AS0157. 2204-S. 2205-S. Okay, this is side 1. I write the songs, Barry Manilow. If I looked at the song title, I would have known it was side 1. And side 2 is A Nice Boy Like Me. Okay, this is a novelty record, as if the George Carlin one wasn't, on Towel Records. It makes things fairly simple. Side 1 is labeled 1000-A, and the other side is labeled 1000-A, because it's the same song on both sides, both of which are in stereo. I remember when this came out. It came out during the Iranian hostage crisis, where a bunch of Iranian students stormed the American embassy and took a lot of hostages. That was during the Carter administration. And this parody came out. It got a lot of airplay, at least in the South. It is a parody of the Beach Boys song Barbera Ann. And it is called Bomb Iran. Focus, will you? I couldn't begin to tell you whether Tower Records had a second release or not. Columbia? Okay. Side A. This came out in 1988. Bangles. In Your Room. And the flip side, Bell Jar. On Columbia. Okay. From 1992. Sean Colvin. I don't know why. Edit. Okay, I couldn't have pushed it any closer. And The Dead of the Night. Okay, this is an novelty record. It was a big hit in the US, but this isn't a US release. It says on the front, #1 in Australia, but it isn't an Australian release. I'll give you a clue. It still has a sticker price on it of 24.50 krona. So boys and girls, that would be Sweden. Side 2 is Ain't in No Hurry. This is what the record itself looks like. A lot of European releases are like this. They have a small center hole, but this section here can be punched out so that you have what was used commonly in America, which is the bigger hole, because this is the hole we usually use, size hole, for albums and 12-inch maxi singles. Okay, from collectibles. Okay, this has both the MCA and Chess logos on it. Not all that common. I've seen the Chess logo by itself. I have seen it along with MCA. I have seen it along with Capital. I have seen it along with other labels as well. They seem to bounce around a lot as far as who owns them. Okay, this is Collectibles Release 3435. This is part of the back-to-back hit series. Side A is Laura Lee and Dirty Man. Side B is The Dells, Always Together. As long as they're back-to-back hit series release singles, the artists are the same on both sides, and others they are different. Can you say One Hit Wonder? Okay. Collectibles. This is one that came in a standard collectible sleeve, but the sleeve was torn, so I replaced it. Okay. Back-to-back hit series. The Band. Rag Mama Rag. Classic song. And then side B is The Band, The Shape I'm In. Okay. Everybody loves Jerry Reed. If you'll remember, I did a video quite some time ago. It was amassing quite a number of views. I don't know what the status of it is now, but I used Google Earth to show every place I ever lived growing up. And it took 2 entire Jerry Lee Lewis songs to show them all. I only showed each one for about 10 seconds. Collectibles. I might stink. Yeah, I might stink. I don't think I do though. Stick a link to that video down below. This is part of the back-to-back hit series. I said Jerry Reed. I misread this. It's Jimmy Reed. Shame, shame. Shame on me for not being able to read. And on the other side, Jimmy Reed, Mary, Mary. Quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Arista. Really? Okay. This is from 1990. The Jeff Healey Band. How long can a man be strong? And on the flip side, Full Circle. Arista. This is a cool single, and it's helping me to fill out my Miko collection. This is a single that derives, well, it's based on the opening sequence in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and it is really cool. It's called Anything Goes. Of course, it's an old song, but it's really cool what Miko does with it here. Focus. Hocus pocus focus. Hocus malocus focus. And on side B, music makers. If I remember correctly, that's a medley. My brain was going to have me say medley and or medley, something weird. Wait a minute here. I thought so. I have 2 copies of this. Barry Manilow. I write the songs, and a nice boy like me. Arista. From 1991, Kenny G, theme from Dying Young. And on the flip side, I'll Never Leave You, love theme. Columbia. Tommy Two-Tone. This is from 1981. 8675309/Jimmy. Okay, that one really doesn't want to focus. And not say goodbye. Okay, what can I end this video with? How about White Lion and Little Fighter from White Lion? A little bit of ring wear up here. but mostly there isn't any. This is on the Atlantic label, and it has a red label. Okay. Until next time, stay awesome.